Alright, hello guys. So I was being asked to do a video about how you're going to create a dojo and all sort of things that related to dojo. So let's get it started. Right, first thing first, where you get a dojo. Dojo is actually a clan. We call it clan resource, or we call it property. Which when you create a clan or when you join a clan, eventually you have access to a dojo. You can make a lot of things out of it, and you do have to put in some effort to make it good. But before that, let's get to know how you go to there. And for every single dojo, you need a clan key, which will get in the foundry once you join a clan or you create a clan. It's pretty cheap. I can't remember what resource you need on top of my head, but what you will get is pretty decent, and it's not that expensive. It only takes 24 hours anyway. Don't rush it, not worth it. Right. So how do you get to clan? Dojo is two ways. One way is you can get it straight from navigation panel, and then you can see, oh, dojo's there, and you can just click on it. Or the other way is through your communication panel in your exit menu. You can see here, and then you see clan, and then you can see this page, which is exactly the same page when you click on the note in the navigation panel. So you can see all this. You can see who's online, who's waiting to go into the clan, who's offline. Well, there you go. You can see all the logs and sections and alliance and stuff like that. But to get to the point, let's enter the dojo. So yeah, dojo is good. It's actually pretty useful, considering that it actually gives you some pretty unique things, and you can do some pretty unique things. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, dojo. Basically, we call it a massive relay, or you call it place where you can meet with people, and I will get to individual rooms at different moments. But dojo runs on a few basic concepts. You get rooms, you get capacity, you get energy, and you get what we call spawn rooms. So the basic key component to the dojo is clan halls, and I'm standing in the biggest one, and this is supposed to be called the clan greatest hall. You won't get bigger than this, but yeah, you have this in the very end. Clan hall gives you capacity to build more rooms, and which will come very handy when you have a very big dojo. But in making every single room, including the clan hall, would need energy, and energy is being made by is being produced by the reactors. So they are one of kind rooms in the dojo, and they are very essential to how you're gonna make your dojo looks like and how big it can go. So let's get to one. You can see. So these reactors, they don't take up energy themselves, but they increase your energy levels, and this is one. When I say increase your energy level, I mean the dojo's energy capacity, and the higher you get, the more rooms you can make, because individual rooms take up different amount of energy, and all of them, let's say in mass terms, they'll go in the negative number, and only these reactor rooms go in the positive number. And yeah, so you can see I got loads of reactors in this dojo, and if I'm right, because not all the rooms are being shown, I think there's supposed to be around 10, and I don't know what happened, but yeah. So reactors are essential to expanding a dojo, and you will want to keep them together, because if you don't, it will seem a bit awkward when you place rooms all around, and especially when it's just scramble around in different areas, and then it looks unorganized, and it's not nice, and it's not looking good. Right, let's get to the starting room of your clan dojo, no matter how big it is. This is the clan hall, which the smallest clan hall you get, and is unique because you can't make this room and you cannot destroy this room, because this room is your starting block of your whole dojo. Unfortunately, you need to create a reactor next to it at the very first before you expand it, because you have 0 energy base. But otherwise, you can reorganize rooms and destroy rooms, and you get to a stage like this. Well, yeah. So, what else can we do in a clan dojo? I mean, other than making rooms and more reactors, is that you can actually go to do what we call research, which research are very useful thing in dojo, and probably the most your most wanted thing in your dojo, because they are actually benefiting you more than your clan. Right, let's get to different type of labs, and I'll start with the first one, which is the Tenno lab. The most useful one, because this one gives you quite a variety of things: segments, Archwing, Warframes, especially these, like these 3, you will want them, and then weapons, and then of course if you play ninja, who doesn't like a katana? Well, they call it nikana, but whatever. So yeah, you got this, and then Valka and stuff. Each of these things, usually they will take up 1 forma each, and you can see here, and then you can replicate them once the research is being done. By research being done is where you input all the resources and they finish all the research time. So you can see the resource they need and the time they need. Once they're done, no matter what clan size you are, no matter multiply they are, I will get to that in a minute, the cost of replicating a blueprint is going to be the same. However, you have to be in the clan to purchase it, so you can't invite someone else to come to the clan who is a guest to the clan and purchase a blueprint, because it doesn't work that way. But so yeah, you got what you have here, and you can purchase as much as you want, and then you can make them as much as you want. I mean, you can make 2 swords, but then you can only use 1. Who cares? Right. Second thing in Tenno Lab is pigment research. They give you colors by collecting some pigments dropped by enemies, but these colors, keep in mind, they are not for your Warframe. If you don't do fashion frame, no, this is nothing related. This is just for the dojo. I will get to this in a minute after what's called expanding clan. These just help you to paint rooms and nothing more than that. So you will want to keep that in mind, and do not just like, oh right, oh I got this awesome red color, I'm gonna paint this Warframe red. You can't do this. Right. So to start one of 4 labs, now we go to the second one. This is the bio lab. Infested themed things, and there's 18 research you can go through, and probably the most unique one is the mutant gene mask, because this allows you to craft them like a blueprint, and you can just get them without going to do any invasions. Useful, not recommended because they cost a lot. So let's go to the third lab. The chemical lab allows you to research Grineer themed things. So you got loads of stuff, and there is 17 of them. This is new, so as you can see it's still in progress, but yeah, unique thing, detonate injector research. You want this, you don't have to get this in invasion, but not recommended to craft it. Expensive, not recommended unless you really need it. Right, last of the 4 labs, energy lab. So you can see it's pretty corpus based weapons, and there is a total of 21, I think. Yeah, 21 research, and Viroid is probably the most useful one, and you want to keep that. Yeah, you can get it from Invasion again, so not recommend you to craft it. So yeah, research. These are the 4 research things that you will want to keep in mind, and you better get it done before you expand the clan. I'll get to that it quickly, but just go through a lot of things. Not only these 4 labs that you have to have in your research department, you will also need one fundamental block in your research, the Oracle. The Oracle room is essential before you make any laboratories, which doesn't look nice. So if you really want to have this room placed, you want to place it somewhere hidden. For instance, on the very side of the dojo where I'm standing, or you can go somewhere else. But yeah. So other than that, last but not least, the Orokin lab. This is slightly unusual because this lab doesn't give you much of weaponaries and stuff. This is more about clan wars. And for instance, I'm not really sure about clan wars, so you probably want to go look up another video, or you might want to look up the Wikipedia for that. But I can help you is they give you research that more related to clan wars, except these 4 keys that are used for vault runs. Go look up vault runs if you don't know what they are. I will not go through that in detail because it's not really about the video, is it? So yeah, this room is more to do with alliance, dark sectors, clan wars, and invasions and things like these. But keep in mind, once you start a clan war or you join an alliance, research might be paused and they might be disturbed. So you want to get that done, or you want to have that at a certain, we call it pause, before you actually start anything with this. Useful, but and not is in the 5 laboratories, actually 4+1, but this is probably the last lab you want to create out of all 6 rooms that are needed for the research department. So yeah, right, now we got this done. Now let's get to the second more important thing in the dojo: trading. Trading is very useful in Warframe. I mean, you can get prime parts and you can get weapons and Warframe. Like, see this? Well, I didn't trade this off, but you can trade this. So yeah, trading posts can be built as decorations like any other thing, like sculpture, trees, or panels. These are exactly the same as the ones that you see in Mount Bazaar, except these are large things that you can do interactive as a machine instead of just face to face with a person in Bimar Bazaar. Thing is, you can change the clan tax rate. If you're gonna be nice, you can change it to 0%, which is what I do, or you can be very harsh and change it to 100%, and no one will come to trade with you because you're ridiculous amount of credit you needed for individual trades. And then trades are also directly proportional to your master ranks. So yeah, trading posts, useful, very useful. Probably one of the things that you want most. And you want to have a very decorated area like me, so you can make people, you know, just like, oh, you're not just a poor bastard in a very poor clan with nothing, and then you're just trading off because I'm being nice. No, don't make them feel like that, because they might actually call off your deal, and then you'll be crying in your room in the corner why I'm not getting that cheap deal or that bargain. Second thing, this looks quite like a trading post, but they're not. They're called treasuries. That allows you to get money into it, and then you can see monies that collect from the tax also goes there. You can't kick them out of the vault, but you can use them in research or making rooms if you have the access to the clan's vault. And if you want to put some money, I mean, why not? I mean, that's just doing this for example. if you put in credit into your clan vault, you can never get a refund, and it's going to be coming from your own reserve. You won't take this back, so think clearly before you actually put something in, because you might actually need it before you go bankrupt. So yeah, trading, very useful. Be sure you have your trading post in the right place, in the right decoration around it. So yeah, that's the second thing of a clan dojo. Now let's go to the third important thing in the dojo: trainings. Unique things in dojos, which are only available in dojo, is the obstacle course. They're probably going to get this reworked, but I'm not sure when they're going to get it reworked, where they have customized the obstacle course. But before that's going to happen, you got this pretty large area to jump around with. You get a timer and you can see how fast you go, and then you can have players that compete each other over weeks, because this is you can have a competition in terms of how fast you go, and it refresh every single week for a record. And yeah, it's very useful if you're not really familiar with parkour, which I see some people can't even jump through certain around areas in missions. You might want to practice here before you actually go into the mission, because these actually helps you to see how well you do in parkour and how your Warframe's mobility is. Keep that in mind. Practice always. So this is one of them. And then the other thing is, we call it the dueling rooms. Very useful when you want to challenge somebody. And then these are the small simple rooms where you can face one-on-one person. It can be either in person in your own clan, or you invite a random person, probably like, oh, you want to fight me in real life, bro, and you can be like those douchebags. But yeah, so yeah, you got these rooms made inside the dojo, and you can use it as much as you want. And then it works on best of 3, and then if you got a tie, it goes on until somebody wins. Good thing is, if you're not in the duel, so you're not these two people standing inside the ring, you can be one of these you can be one of these spectators and watch around it. You can beat somebody else in glory, or you can beat somebody else in humiliation. Not nice if you do that, but so yeah. So back to the point. Now you got pretty much the basic information of how the clan works, clan dojos work, and how those different functions you get from the dojo. But there are certain things that you want to keep in mind before you go ahead. Well, let's get to the first one. Expanding clan is probably one of the most concerning things you have in the dojo. Why? Is because where you have a bigger clan, for instance, you have a shadow clan, your resources you needed for your clan dojo will be increased by a multiplier. Same with mountains, same with storms, same with moon. These will expand. For instance, if I'm going to expand my clan for real, let's say I'm going for shadow barracks, you can see I can increase my member size. But when I start building, you can see this message: you're about to increase your clan tier into shadow clan. This will increase your construction cost and maximum clan size. Construction costs include research costs, decoration costs, and room costs, so you might want to care more about that before you just go, oh right, let's make our clan bigger because we wanted to. No, don't. And you want to keep that in mind. And since I'm in the empty room, let's just see what you can do with building rooms. So rooms have certain things you have to put in mind: is how many doors it has, how much capacity it needs, how much energy it needs, and what resources it needs, how long it will take. So let's say a dueling room will only get one door, it needs some farmer and these resources, 10 capacity and 10 energy. It's a dead end, so beware where you put one of these rooms with one door, so that you won't block yourself up or lock yourself up. Certain rooms will require, we call it requirements rooms, like labs. As I said before, you need Oracle, this very awkward but very necessary room. And then you get Shadow Barracks, Storm Barracks, Mountain Barracks, Moon Barracks. Each barracks will require the previous one to go on. Get Garden Rooms. Well, yeah, these are the small ones. And then you can get connectors. I will get to these connectors and garden rooms in a second. But you found it very handy if you have a pretty messy around dojo. So yeah, in each room you see these control panels once you construct them, and then you can click them to see what they are about, and then you can also update a message, like say hi, and you can update your message, and you can see that up there, and it looks pretty weird if you type something very long, but yeah, this is a message bar. If you don't like it, you can just remove everything, update message, and you get nothing. In each room there is a place where you can put decoration, some doesn't, so keep that in mind. When you place a decoration, each room has a different capacity. Smaller rooms will have smaller capacities, and clan hall has the biggest ones. So that's why most clan halls are the most decorated ones, and small rooms like connectors won't get anything. Different kind of decorations also give you different kind of things, and most of them are visuals, but then there are other things such as drums, flags, and teleporters you want to keep in mind with. Different type of resources also take up different size of capacity, and then you might want to look at that as well. Like drumstick 1 and trading post stick 3, sculpture stick 3, etc. And then sometimes they don't fit in shapes, and then sometimes you probably want to reshape them. Let's say I'm gonna place this flag. So you can place it anywhere, and you can just walk it around, place it on a wall, and you can see if it goes red, it means you can't place it at that place. You can spin it around, resize it, and then you can also snap it, which is pressing shift. You can see me moving across like grid. Then once you have it, when you think, right, I'm gonna place this flag here because no one's like it. So you see a yellowish paper graphic. You can walk through it, and then if you don't like it, you can remove it. If you do like it, you can put in put in all the resources you need. And then you can see this vault, which is, for instance, oh right, I'm going to put in some money, and you can do that because I have the access to the vault. Some people don't, and most people in the clan probably won't have this accessibility. So yeah, and then you can cancel it. So by right clicking it, you lose it. Shit, what the fuck? Sorry guys. Alright, sorry. So yeah, you can destroy a decoration like that. And there you go. Right, connectors are rooms, and then they take up very little amount of capacity in the dojo. And then since the update, after they removed the Orokin room, not the Orokin lab, the Orokin room, whatever that's called, they implanted large garden rooms, and we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, you can see at this point on my map, we got 3 types of different type of connectors. The first one is the garden rooms, small garden rooms. These are the ones that look slightly plain, and they're a bit old compared to other connectors. Not very special, but it gives the same amount of space as average connectors. So yeah, these are the average connectors. You get ones that just do a turn, one that looks a T-shape, one is a short hallway, a long hallway, or cross connectors where you see above in next to the reactors. These ones are the ones that take up less amount of capacity and energy, which comes really useful if you run on low and you want to expand your clan very desperately. And it does look nice in certain amount of ways. And then the last but not least, garden rooms. There are seven different types of garden rooms, and then they are larger. So you want to keep in mind how much space they will actually take on your map, and then you plan that organizedly like any other rooms. They also take up more resources and they take up more capacity, so keep that in mind as well. You can see this room is being painted, and then why is this room being painted is because we are done with the pigments. And each room, if you finish the pigments, you can use those colors to paint the rooms. And then just like how you paint your Warframe, there's 5 different colors representing different stuff. And then you can fund them, you can preview them, and once you got that done, you can have the room painted permanently in this color. However, if you remove the room, the color goes with it. So if you recreate this room after you destroy it, you won't get the color back. However, the color can be still being reused because you have researched it in the Tenno lab. Also, for decorations, if you remove the room, your decorations resources will be directly transferred to your clan vault, and you won't get loose anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much. Actually, one more thing. Where you increase clans, you can also increase amount of people in your clan, and then you probably want to have more rooms for different types of stuff, not specifically just for your clan's functions, but other things such as meetings and conference and things like these. And also, when you increase the amount of rooms, you want to increase the amount of capacity you have, and then that is why you build bigger clan halls. And when you build an even bigger clan hall, you need the previous clan hall to build it, and same with shadow barracks and things like these. And because when you have a multiplier and increased clans, you will want to have all your clan halls, all your pigments, and every single research and stuff like these that require contributions to be done before you expand your clan, or else you just brought yourself into a very desperate situation, and you get bankrupt very easily. So yeah, that's the summary of a clan. And a few notes: you want to have your things grouped together, research things together, training things together, and yeah, decorations are very essentials. If you have any questions, you can ask. Making a clan dojo is not easy. For me, making this 3-story clan dojo took me around 5 months, and well, my clanmates also help a bit, but yeah, so 10 of us took us 5 months to get this done, and you would not expect this to be very easy unless you're those people who are paid to win. Not recommend you to use any plat to finish anything in this room because it's not worth it. And last not least, teleporters are also very essential, or you say very useful in clan dojos, and you want to include them anywhere around. If you have any question, ask in the comment. If you want to know more about it, tell me. And then if you want to join this clan, when I expand the clan, which is probably pretty soon, around a week or so, type in comment and tell me. So yeah, you can find me here. That is my name right there, Master Rank 14. Nothing really special, but yeah. So thanks for watching. Ask, I can always help. I'm right here. You can just always ask me, and see you around.